The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog and join the Progressive Army.
Nah, that's it's New Year's Eve. That music is a little too bland. Come on. Everybody bop your head. What's going on? Wait a minute. Oh, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Okay, this is what I get for trying to do the show live. I have no idea what just happened with my little DJ system. Welcome to the Benjamin Dixon Show. That was an epic fail. I am actually here. The best part about today's show, as we get ready to go into 2020, completely disregard the fiasco that just happened with the music. It was tragic. But I have a special guest who's on her phone playing.
Listen, don't judge me.
Lean into the microphone. I'm joined by my wife, Jada. Jada, what's up, babe?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Don't sound so excited.
I'm excited. I just don't know what.
Why you're here?
Well, that too.
You're here because we're two old people. Now listen, if you want to join the conversation, you can come to the chat on Spreaker. In Spreaker, I can see your chat. You can talk to us. We could talk to you. We're here and we're doing the show. I was going to actually just record a show and upload it because we didn't quite hit our goal. But you know me, I don't really care if we don't hit our goals. We're still going to celebrate and do our thing. So I'm going to try to play some patron music and see if it works this time. And as I play the patron music, I want to thank the 3 new patrons who came on board today. Let's try that. All right. Jada, read off these names for me. Start with Shelby. Special thank you.
Shelby Richard Hall.
And
LJ Gould.
And
E.
Thank you all for becoming patrons. You too can support the Benjamin Dixon Show by going to www.patreon.com/the BPD Show and becoming a patron. Man, I'm really going to have to toss this episode away. I'm going to delete it so people can't download it. But I think this is going to actually, this is already going to publish to all the platforms. So everybody is going to hear how raggedy the show is today. So we're just here. We have the kids. We have put the kids out. They just hit a nerve tonight and we sent them out, and I don't know what they're doing in the other room. I don't know what they're destroying. The 7-year-old, the 9-year-old, and the 2-year-old, soon to be 2-year-old. Yeah. We just sent them away to do whatever they want to do because we can't. I can't do it. I can't. I'm done. I'm running away.
I've already hit that wall. You're just getting there.
I'm just getting there. And I guess I'm just getting here because you do all the work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So anyway, we're getting ready to go into 2020, and I wanted to spend the night. Happy New Year's, Benjamin and the rest of the Dixon family. Thanks, John Dooling. Thanks for joining us. We wanted to just kick off the new year right. 2019, I don't want to be serious, but 2019 was a hella serious year.
Yes.
Why is music playing? Oh, I know why music is playing. It's not even playing in here. So the audience can't hear it. It's actually playing over here. Hilarious. I had a whole nother system playing in the background, driving me crazy. So 2019, as much as I want to have fun on tonight's episode, and we'll answer your questions, hit me up on Twitter, send me a tweet, and we will discuss anything you want to discuss. But 2019 was a hell of a year. And so let's start by what we always traditionally do. What are your goals for 2020, Jada?
Actually, my goals for 2020, trying to do something different this year. My goals are really centered around just being me, accepting me for who I am, and keep it pushing.
Elaborate.
Oh, man. Sometimes we kind of get in our heads and keep us from being great, basically. Everybody else may see the greatness in you, but if you're so far into your head and into your emotions of why you can't do something, you'll never get ahead. So that's my focus. I mean, I've done the traditional, I'm going to lose X amount of pounds. I'm going to, eat right. Yeah, no, that doesn't really work for me.
Okay. Me either, obviously. I've started and broken. I promise you, well, you could probably tell the audience better than me how many diets I've started and failed. How many times? At least 4 times a year?
Yeah, that's about right.
But you said something earlier. It's like, I mean, I don't completely fail. I just don't hit my goal. I lose a little weight. And so if I imagine how big I would be if I hadn't lost the little weight that I lost, and then I gain some, I lose, I gain, I lose. So I'm with you. I'm not going to make any New Year's resolutions about losing weight or anything like that.
And I mean, for those who do want to lose weight, and even for Ben, at least you have the drive to start and stop. I don't even have that. I like to eat, no judgment. But I think with anything, if you get a little bit, start and then stop, but you're a little bit further than you were the first time, eventually you'll get to that point where you want, or you'll reach your goal. I think so.
I don't know. I think it's just very possible that some of us are losers and no. Obviously, I don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that because I've always speak even in the midst of all the politics, a core part of the show is to encourage people in a weird way. It's kind of weird. You come to the show and I might be cussing out something a Republican is doing, but at the core of it, I try to inspire the people. And so those are your goals. What are my goals for 2020? My goal is to forget 2019. I want to leave everything that happened in 2019, everything that happened. I want to leave it in 2019. I don't want to carry any of the baggage. I don't want to carry any of the negativity, any of the negative relationships. Because when I say this has been a hell of a year, it was a tough year for us.
Yeah, it was.
It was a tough year for us. You can give me the thumbs up or thumbs down.
It's totally up to you. I mean, I figure whatever is said here will help somebody out there. So,
So, truth be told, we almost didn't make it this year.
Yeah. Thin line between love
and hate.
No, it wasn't hate.
It wasn't hate. It wasn't hate. It was life.
Yeah.
It was life, and it was kids.
Yeah.
And it was it's
losing.
Funny. It's funny how people always be like, you never want the kids to think it's their fault. Kids don't ever listen to this episode. I figure I have like 700 episodes. They won't get around to this one, but it would be the one that you're on. So of course they're gonna go. So kids, it wasn't your fault. Totally was not your fault whatsoever. It was just a really tough year. It was a tough year professionally for me. It was a tough year relationship wise. And what's crazy about it is that you and I, we're doing so much better now after we almost, I guess, basically hit rock bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down to keep going?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I will say that, I think we're unique in the way that through all of it, we were still friends. And we were still able to operate accordingly, making sure kids were at school, making sure they were at their practices, showing a united front.
Yeah.
But in the background.
Daniel, thanks so much for coming to the show, first of all. And I don't even want to, can you give me a phonetic spelling of your last name? I don't even want to mess it up. That's something we do. We're drinking, guys. So if you hear a couple of burps, it's because we're drinking some beer, and I didn't even have time to go get the liquor. We were supposed to have libations tonight, and so all we have is a couple of beers. But we were always friends. Friendship was never a problem. It was just, it's a crazy thing. Like, you could get it when a disconnect gets involved. It kind of rewires everything. And it was almost like we were ships passing in the night, even though we saw each other all the time. We were like ships passing in the night, always missing each other. Like when when I was needy, you weren't. When you were needy, I wasn't. Like, we just kept missing each other's frequencies, and we always communicate well, which is weird. We always had great communication, but we still missed each other. Like, we couldn't hear each other or something. And so it was a tough year for us. It was a tough year professionally, the toughest year I have had professionally. And so I want to leave all of that in 2019. And in 2020, it's going to be a new year, new me.
Exactly.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I hope so.
But just to piggyback on something
12
you
minutes
were saying,
enough of this mess of the year.
To piggyback on, ships passing in the night, it's weird. Like, you get in the grind of going to work, dropping the kids off, trying to cook dinner, clean the house. And it's like, what else do you have left to give?
Yeah.
And then I don't want to go too in depth, but we had different. We had different love languages. And it's we've been together going on 10 years, depending on.
But you want to know what happened for me this year? I developed a new love language. I developed a new one that is as important as all the other ones that I had. The one I realized this year, if anybody is to be thanked for the Benjamin Dixon show, it's you. Because this all was one big risk, one big gamble. And you allowed me to be creative, take risk, when I know without a shadow of a doubt, no other woman in the world would ever let me take the risk that I've taken with this family. And don't get me wrong, I make calculated risks, right? I knew the show was going to do fine. I knew the show was going to develop the relationships. I knew early on. I didn't know right away, but like in the first 4 months of the show, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. You know what I mean? But it was still a risk because it was, we moved to Atlanta. We'll give them some of the basic details. We moved to the.
Do they know how we met?
About how we met? Oh, we can tell them that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, let me back into that. I want to tell them about us, the risk of coming to Atlanta. So we moved to Atlanta for me to join a company, a progressive media company, and you left a job at where?
Harvard University.
My wife left the job at Harvard effing University. And don't get me wrong, I think your time there was probably, it was like not room for promotion there because people get those jobs and they stay at Harvard forever.
Yeah, they still, at the time I was there.
Position.
Well, yeah, and then at the time that I was there, they were still offering pensions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Who do that? Where they do that at? And so we have 9 minutes before this year is out. So, pardon me, we moved to Atlanta. She left her job at Harvard. And we get here. And 6 months into the project here, they shut down the entire project.
And I was pregnant.
You were pregnant.
Or just had Jeremiah.
You had just had Jeremiah, yeah. I had no job. You had left Harvard. We had no money. I went on unemployment. And throughout all of that, not once did you say, you need to put that show down and go back to the corporate job you came from. And we need to move back to Boston.
Well, I think, and we've talked about this on many occasions, at the core of who you are, I know, and I even knew then that you're a good person, and what you're doing is for the betterment of the people. Even if we didn't, see it at first, I wholeheartedly, without a shadow of a doubt, knew that this is what you needed to do, not only for, those listening, but also for yourself.
Yeah. Because, my head is, it was therapeutic. And so, then I got an opportunity and things started to turn around and it looked like things were going to get really good. And because of creative differences. Let me look at my contract. Because of creative differences, I'm no longer with that opportunity. Make sure that's what the contract says. And then things got really sketch. Like, what do we do now? And now I think we've come full circle, and things have popped off for both of us simultaneously.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so all that to say, if there's a reason to thank, if there's anybody to thank for the show, it's Jada, because she allowed me to do it, and she never once asked me to stop doing it, even though it was a big risk. And eventually it did pay off, and we're still in the middle of it paying off. So I realized, to come full circle, I realized that was a love language that I didn't, you guys are going to hear Jeremiah screaming in the background. That was a love language that I didn't even know I had. That was a love language that I discovered in 2019. So the one thing that I want to take from 2019 and leave everything else behind, everything, is the fact that I learned that the most important thing to me in our relationship, beyond like all the stuff that we would say on a normal basis, is the fact that you trust me and you love me enough to ride with me, like when nobody else would. There's not a chick in the world. No, I'm not saying no. There might be, but I don't care. Like, here's the deal. Like, we're in Atlanta, and low key, high key. It's like, it's Chocolate City, right? You walk around Atlanta, and it's like, you're dude. If you're a straight dude, or heck, if you're a gay dude, hey Ben, I'm happy. Dakota, I'm happy to do the little I can to help your show grow in 2019. Thank you, Dakota. So if you're a straight dude or even a gay dude, like, this is Candy City for you. Like, there's so many beautiful women in Atlanta, and hell, I gotta admit, there's a lot of beautiful dudes in Atlanta. Like, I'm straight, but I'm walking around, I'm like, oh, I'm really not that hot.
Goodness.
I'm like, everybody, all the dudes here in Atlanta are like 6'3", 6'4", six-pack. You know what I mean? And they got the nice hair. Their beards look better than mine. And I'm like, dang, oh, so that's who all these women want. So I'm just saying, like, whatever you want, it's in Atlanta. And what I learned in 2019 was, like, first of all, I don't know if you guys see my wife. My wife is hot. My wife is beautiful. Prettiest woman I've ever been with in my life. But what I also saw attached to you that I knew I couldn't get anywhere else is the fact that not a lot of people will ride with you. Not a lot of people can ride with you through what you have to go through to get to where you have to be. That's critical. That's crucial, I think.
No, it is. But I mean, in the same token, over the past...
That was a deep burp. I'm sorry, audience.
Thank you for sharing. I think over these past 10 years, we have grown into two different individuals for the purposes of being a married couple and parents to 3 kids. And sometimes there are deep, and I mean deep, growing pains. And so what once was is dead and gone, and now we're starting anew.
Our first marriage is over.
Yeah.
And we're building something new in
much better. We're much better mentally, physically.
I don't know about physically. I'm out of shape, bro.
Emotionally, I'm ignoring. Emotionally, to where we can be better individually as well as together.
Oh, hey, guys, we got to go pay. We got 4 minutes. Holy crap. We are playing around. I'm about to do it. Healthcare.org. Go get your credit card. Go get the family card. Healthcare.gov. We got to pay for Obamacare. We were really considering not paying it because of how expensive it is. What's my password? Dear sweet Jesus. What is my password? Holy cow. Can I remember my password? That's not the password. Holy shit. Okay, I forgot my password. Let's try it. I just said my password on there. That's not it. Oh, I gotta reset the password. We got 3 minutes.
Yeah, this is our life. at the moment. Last
Can I
minute
get it
things
done?
pop into your head at the worst.
Holy cow.
Point
Can I
in
get it done?
time.
I want to actually end the show. Okay, what's the... Create a new password. Boom. Came to my phone. Thank God. 2 minutes.
Hilarious.
We're not going to make it. Hell, if I know the answer to these questions. We didn't want to pay that anyway, did we?
No, we didn't.
It was way too high. Hilarious. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh my God. Let me try. I got to try. It doesn't matter. Forget it. Medicare for all. Medicare for all. Could I say that again? Like, who does this? Who has to go through all this just to get Americans? That's who does. That's who goes through all this just to get some damn coverage. Americans. And I'm tired of it. And so now we're not going to. Dakota Schmidt said, hopefully Ben learns how to stop procrastinating in 2020. Listen, it wasn't a straight out procrastination. We really sat here and debated. Do we want to pay $700 a month with an $11,000 copay? We debated every day. And quite frankly, you were in the no category.
Yeah. I just, coming from, so my background is healthcare administration slash research, and just that whole dynamic of trying to obtain health care and stay in a regular 9-to-5 job where it kind of keeps you in a place that you don't necessarily want to be, but then you're put in these situations where you're trying to figure out, okay,
am I going to pay these? Am I going to get health care? Or am I going to pay rent?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or am I going to get a job that I don't necessarily like for the purposes of having insurance?
Yeah.
It's a never-ending cycle.
It's a never-ending cycle, and we've been debating this since the last day to sign up, which was December 15th. And so we waited till the last day to sign up because I knew. And then the lowest we could have got was $516 a month just for you and me.
Yeah.
And then the one that really fit what we were going to do was about $700 a month just for you and me with a $16,000 copay. And I'm like, houseway. And to be honest with you, we went to church tonight. And our kids got baptized. It was a beautiful thing. And we came out from church and we were like, oh, Happy New Year, everybody. Woo-hoo! Okay, we'll take a little break. I'll finish the story after the break. Let's do this. It is 2020, a new decade, in my opinion.
Happy
Come on.
New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Leaving all that old stuff in 2019. We're doing some new things in 2020. What we're doing in 2020 is we're getting Medicare for all. Medicare for all. That's my goal. Now, all jokes aside, you and I are blessed. We're lucky, blessed, all that. We're privileged, right? If we're going to use political language, my wife and I are extremely privileged. Knock on wood. We are healthy enough to go. We're healthy enough to risk not having health insurance. Now, I hate to say that over the air because I feel like I'm jinxing it, but I know a lot of people who could not possibly think about going a day without coverage. And what we take, I don't think we take it for granted because we really labored over this. And after the kids got baptized and service was over tonight, we were in the car and we were like, okay, are we going to commit to paying this $560 a month, which was the final plan? Are we going to pay that a month and then have a deductible of $16,000? And honestly, my wife was like, she didn't want to just straight out tell me no, and she was going to go with me on it. But I'm like, we're 40 now. I'm gonna be 40 in June. You're already 40.
I knew that was coming.
I married an older woman.
8 months. Go ahead.
And you were like, no, you didn't want to say it because I kept pressing the issue. And so we did. It's not that we procrastinated. It's that we just, I wonder how many people did the same thing that just happened to us. You had to pay by midnight and really questioning. Because I'm not going to lie. Taking about $560 out of our account right now, that ain't no joke.
Not at all.
So I'm sure some other people were waiting to figure out what they were going to do and took that risk. Now, Lord willing, knock on wood, we'll be healthy enough while we
Exactly.
That
is our prayer.
But if it goes down, if something happens to me between now and the time we get coverage, I want you to continue to fight for Medicare for all on my behalf. That's what I need from you in 2020. All right. I just wanted to do this special show. It was extremely raggedy. Normally I put out podcasts that are nice and pristine and, have fade ins and fade outs and crossfades and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. But thank you for hanging out with me, babe.
No problem. It was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
We'll do it again every now and then. Yeah, I know the audience they don't want a relationship episode. They don't want a relationship series, rather.
I will not be offended.
But we ended on politics. I found a way. Life has a way to end on politics because we just missed our deadline to pay our $560 to get coverage. So we're without coverage for a couple weeks here until this other thing pops off.
Yeah.
But thankfully we're healthy enough. Yeah.
Exactly. We'll be fine.
Can't drink all this beer.
Why are you telling
all of our business?
My business. Worry about your business, my business.
Okay, so let me just I want to thank again. I want to send a very special thank you to everyone, to all of our patrons, to all of our supporters, whether you're a patron or not. Whatever you do to support the show, we really appreciate you. Special thanks to the 3 new patrons that we got since this morning's episode. LJ Gould and Shelby Richard Hall. This show was expressly for you, but it's most certainly for all of the current patrons. And of course, last but not least, to the people who listen to the show and listen to the ads. You're not a patron, but you support me by listening to all of those ads, or you support me by sharing, liking, subscribing, talking about me, either good or bad, on Twitter. I thank you, each and every one of you, right? So, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to what Ben has said and just let you all know that he is dedicated to you all. He makes sure to put out his shows consistently. He speaks, up early in the morning. He makes sure that he, acknowledges each and every one of you. He doesn't take it for granted. This is not for show, although this is a show. This is not for show.
That's a word. I need some gospel music in
here. For him, he genuinely cares about the topics in which he speaks about, and the people that it may affect. And, as you can see, it affects us as well, regarding
in real time.
In real time.
Real time, real life.
So just know that he is doing it for the right reasons, and I'm happy to share him with you.
Oh.
And his time and his efforts.
Yeah. Well, damn. Now you make me feel all not sad, but melancholy and reflective and whatnot. Hey, folks, thank you so much. You are all the real MVPs, and I hope someone actually listens to this episode because we took the effort to do it. And if not, you're not hurting our feelings. No show in the morning. Obviously, I'm going to sleep tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Thursday. Good night, everyone. Good night, Jada.
Good night. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. What music do we go out on? I don't know. Let's go out on this. It's different. You haven't heard this one. Oh, no, you hear that all the time. This one. Let's hear this one. No? You don't want to play? I don't think I like that one either. Hang on, one more. It says show closing. Let's see. I don't like that. Hang on. Be patient. Thanks, Daniel. Show opening, gritty, epic metro. I don't think I have any music that I actually want to. I'm going to close with my opening music. How about that? I think I want to do that.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog and join the Progressive Army.
Well, actually, it's 29 minutes and 18 seconds. There's literally no reason for us to not go to 30 seconds. to 30 minutes. So I'm going to do this. I'm so ridiculous. This is why I don't do a live show anymore, because I'm so out the pocket. I'm so just extra with everything I do now. And I have to discipline myself to not be before I go back live. Let's see. What is this? Let me hear this. Do I like this? I can't even hear it. What is it? Oh, we are closing with that music. I just found some music that is soulful at 29 minutes and 54 seconds. This is what we're going to close with. Love y'all.